Good morning. My name is Martin Morris, and today we're going to head toward the conclusion of our webinar on how to pay off your car loan in 36 months without giving up Starbucks or being cheap. Before I get into the brief main topic of what we're going to talk about today, let me tell you a little story. January 1st, 2020, I spent $5,000 to buy a ticket to a conference in Vegas. You know who's going to be there? You know Magic Johnson? Some of you may not know, so look him up on Google. Used to be the point guard of the Los Angeles Lakers. He ended up coming down with HIV back in the late 90s, about 94, 93, 94. Now he's a billionaire. You know what that is? A billionaire. 10000. Look it up. And he owns about 100 Starbucks. He was a part owner in the Los Angeles Lakers. He was a part owner. I believe he's still an owner in the Los Angeles Dodgers. $1 billion. He makes $1 billion a year. Grant Cardone owns about 4,000 apartment complexes, 400 like $100 million sales business and other ventures. He's almost a billionaire. Has $1 billion worth of assets when it comes to real estate. There'll also be Kevin Hart. He's the actor in the Jumanji movie that's out right now. $500 million and growing. That's how much is brought in at the box office. And you know Kevin Hart is a self-made man. I have his big book at my house, and I'm going to take it with me to Vegas and see if I can't get it signed. Worked his way up for nothing. Not only does he want to be on the comedy tour, giving the jokes, but also he wants to be the person responsible for booking, so he has more money, so he's not always dependent on the agent to get him money, but also he's makes money off the gross, and he also can promote other comedians. So the reason I spent that money, because last year I spent $2,500 to attend an event in Vegas and Miami, and I got back a return. My salary, I went up to it was $115,000 in 2018. Believe I grew up I brought in about at least $135,000 minimum last year. And my goal of investing that $5,000 in this conference is to get around these billionaires and also marketing people to learn not only to build my website, my social presence like on YouTube or Facebook, but just also how to be a business person and go out there and get the money. How to because you don't get money. I know it looks like it's a microwave world, where money comes quick and success comes quick. Only thing coming is just the great 2008 recession or the warehouse jobs, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But just think what I can learn. If my goal this year, I'm going to get up to the 550,000 to 700. Really, I'm going for 1.1 million to 1.5 million in revenue this year. That's what I'm focusing on going. So that's why I'm spending that 5,000 to get the tools, but then I got to bring the tools out and use them. You can only learn so much buying a $20 book, which is a good start since the majority of Americans only read one book a year. So if you read 3 books, and they say the successful CEOs read 52 books, and you at least read 3 books, 3 times as much as all your friends. And what did I tell you before? 76% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. If you don't believe me, take a trip to Target today. It was empty. I've been driving around. What happened to all that goodwill toward men and stuff and people shopping? Oh, I see people hanging out at home. All those luxury cars. I see them all parked. Maserati. I have a Maserati. What is it? Tesla. The big Mercedes Humvee. I have a long Cadillac. Someone has the long Cadillac. All that, I have probably God knows. I don't, like I told you, the car payments go down, so 60 months, the cars are worth nothing. But I got probably $20,000 worth of car loans sitting in my parking lot. I'm like, wow. But nobody moves, because you know what? Gas is what? $3.95, $3.85. Can't go nowhere after the payments. So do you want to be like them? Just think if I took at least 5% or 6% of if I just take 1% from Kevin Hart, who's almost makes probably over $200 million a year. and two billionaires, and there's also going to be another billionaire person who sold a business for $1 billion twice over. If I could just take 10% of $1 billion is like almost 100 million or something. And my goal is to only get 1.1 million to 1.5 million this year. Spending that $5,000, getting around them, getting around other people. Like I said, you're going to learn so much reading a book, YouTube, and like talking to your friends. You know, because like I know you guys are saying, oh, Martin, I'll go work at Amazon. You know, I work, the only reason I'm so tough on like warehouses, I worked in a warehouse 30 years ago, man. I was like 18. That was the first job I worked. And I actually ran the injection molding machine, the lathe. I ran the front office where I called people on the phone to set up a sales appointment. I went door to door selling products. I was the accountant. I helped Calvin actually build these sonic alarms, or like they said, Martin, we don't need you. You already did a great job selling. We need you to go out there and produce something so we can make money. So like I think about what people do at warehouses now, and like at least in my day, like there were like retail jobs and engineering interns and certain jobs where you actually learn something. I mean, I'm 50 something, and like people, you're working in Amazon. Only people who used to have Amazon, people who worked in warehouses during my generation were felons, people out of jail, child molesters, people with felonies, and high school dropouts. Now you drive by these fulfillment/warehouses. I see Mercedes and all these cars parked there, but you're only making $14 to $15 an hour, man. What are you going to do about your future? You living at home? Well, what are you doing? So I want to get around people who have the money. I want to be able to go in, and I can't learn anything from a picker, but now I can go to the person who runs that. He said, hey, you know what, Martin? Bezo gives us this. He tells us we're going to do this and this, and we get that down to our people because we have our profit margin that we want to take. And the reason why we're getting rid of our logistics is because we just see the cost of diesel going up. We just don't see the benefit of like carrying like trucks and stuff. Why don't we just pass that cost off on a third party? And if it gets worse, one comes to worse, we can just get the third parties to bid against each other instead of us putting a capital outlay for like vehicles and mechanics. Just give it to them, let them figure it out. If they can't figure it out, we'll fire them and get rid of the replace them with someone else, and then maybe that one person who does it right will take over all our business for logistics. But for now, hey, we don't need to do it. And that's why within the next 60 days or within the next year or so, Amazon's gonna like get rid of all their trucks. That's all gonna be out there to third party people. So that's gonna be up for them to find a way to store the products, pick it up from their main warehouses and distribute it. So that's what I can learn. But I can't learn anything from a picker. Goggles, vests. What is that, man? I mean, like a rat in a maze. The reason I'm spending that $5,000, I need to get around people with money. I'm not worried about the person at Amazon with the Beamer or the Mercedes because that job was going to be gone soon, especially if you're a third shift person. Christmas is over, my friend. You better go out there and learn how to sell. And if you're that second shift, you thought you were picking up hours, those hours are going to go away, my friend. So the reason you spend money is, A, it shows like in order to spend money, you're going out there to make money to reinvest it in yourself. Because honestly, there's not a lot of competition. I don't even worry about, I'm 50 something. I don't need to worry about the college students working at Amazon. And I got whoever's working in logistics, they're like, did that 30 years ago, man. What you going to do now for your second act? Go out there and make money, or go out there and take a logistics business that's failing, make it your own and get money where you can run it. Just don't be a picker where they can just get rid of you. Hey, I'm going to farm all that out. Or I could get a robot to do all that stuff, man. So that's why you spend money. You don't spend money to solve a problem. You spend money to put yourself ahead of the crowd. So by putting that $5,000 out there, not counting probably the $600 I'm going to pay for the ticket and probably like another $1,000 I'm going to spend for the program, I'm investing that $5,000 to see if I can get back a minimum of like 1.1 million or 1.5 million. I could probably get more. Because like a lot of people don't spend money and a lot of people don't read. They spend more money on their car than they do on what they eat, man. So that's why I'm doing it. So let's get back to my seminar. So just when you think, oh, I'm going to do it myself, or I'm not going to spend any money, just remember, 30 years ago, I worked in a warehouse. Today, San Bernardino, Redlands, all I have is warehouses. And only people who worked in warehouses were child molesters, felons, high school dropouts, maybe some guy who got his girlfriend pregnant who was trying to stick around, and people just out of jail. So don't pat yourself on the back too much working in one of those fulfillment centers. Better have your second act in place. So let's continue on how to pay off your car loan in 36 months without giving up Starbucks and being cheap. So if you had a success strategy to pay off your car payment today, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it to get rid of those car payments of like $391 a month if you have a used car, or a minimum of $554 if you have a new car? So how much would you pay to have those car payments out your life? Now, basically what I'm going to say, you can probably see why people pay me $4,997 for results. They're not paying for results. They're paying for it because they're getting an investment. Now, at times, I sell what I have to the public at $3,997 because these people have like followed me. They show like they're committed to paying off their car, and they've shown me they're taking on a second job now. For you guys, I have a special offer, especially for the 4 or 5 of you who I can tell who've been continually watching my videos, and also just for you guys online, I'm going to have a special offer for you. So before I go, I just want you to guys think tonight. I want you just to walk around your neighborhood, see what's going on. Are you in Pasadena where everything looks nice, but then you find like all the people with the Mercedes and Beamers are shopping at Target? Like I said, I'm not old man rant. I'm just saying, during my day, you would never see a Cadillac or Mercedes in front of a Target. Now you get Beamers. I see all the nice Lexuses, but you're at Target. What's going on, man? Shouldn't you be at least at Albertsons? I'm just saying. It's like saying you can have like a 99-cent life, Dollar Tree life, Audi life, or do you want to be like Whole Foods, Sprouts, Albertsons? You want to have somebody put the stuff in your bag for you. You want to just... I used to take my grandmother to the 99-cent store. We went to like a Superior Market. Got to bag your own stuff. I'm paying the same price for the product. Then you got to bag your own food. It's like, what's with that? So you don't want to be like that, man. You don't want to like live life on the cheap. Only way to make money, that employer that you're working with, they're spending money. They're investing in you to help them make money. So what are you doing to help yourself make money? So are you worth it to pay off? Just think about it. Are you worth it to pay off your car loan? Are you willing? Just say, what about if I charge you $6,997 to pay off your car loan within a year or two? That's saving you, at least, depending on some of you, including the insurance. You can get a lower insurance. You had your car paid off. You're looking at an extra $8,000, $9,000. So are you worth it? I'm spending $5,000. I'm not only talking the talk, I'm walking the walk. $5,000 for the conference, and I got to pay another $600 for the ticket, and another $1,000 for expenses. My goal to invest, I'm not investing to go get someone pat me on my back. I'm going to make me some millions. So are you just wanting to invest a little money to pay off your car loan? Let me know. It may not be worth it, but some of you who know what I'm talking about, hey, you better take that money you're making it, use it now, because you're going to run into somebody like me who knows the numbers. And like I realize, hey, I don't need all these people here, especially the ones they producing. So let me know what you think. Is it worth it to invest in like paying off your car loan faster? Or you just want to be like the 76% of people living paycheck to paycheck, hoping you have a job next week?